Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Bradley Center here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as we are halfway through tonight's action. And just to recap what we have seen so far, we saw 6-seed Tennessee get bludgeoned by 3-seed Xavier, as now, apart from Marquette, the past three of the four past national champions are not making it to the second weekend with that result. And then just recently, we saw 9-seed UCLA actually play pretty well defensively against 1-seed Creighton. Too bad the Blue Jays played even better defense against them in the 77-64 win for the Blue Jays to return to the Sweet 16 after missing out on it last season at the hands of Cincinnati. But now here we are with 6-seed New Mexico versus 3-seed Michigan State, ready to take the court and ready to maybe transcend space and time with the quality of basketball we hopefully will get to see from these two. Of course, whoever survives this game will have to face the winner of the game between 15-seed Bucknell and 7-seed Maryland. A potential Big Ten rematch in the second weekend. But anyways, I'm your play-by-play commentator for this one, Commissioner Daniel. Welcome, everybody. And alongside me here is LSW Commissioner Pike, as my right-hand man, as the color commentator in this one. And now let's start with this. These are two teams that we have always seen, or not always, but within the last few seasons, we have seen them, be regulars in the tournament as expected. But not just that, they've had their own deep runs. Of course, New Mexico had a run to the Sweet 16 a couple of seasons ago. Michigan State, same thing. But last year they made it all the way to the Elite Eight, fell against Gonzaga. But now you can only have one of these teams make the Sweet 16, which is unfortunate. But here we are, still with a great battle in front of us. What do you expect from these two squads tonight?
Well, I'm looking at their team comparison here, and it really just seems like both teams are pretty even in their own abilities here. Of course, from different conferences, which is a very obvious thing. Michigan State, though, comparing to last season, if you remember, they were coming out as a 4-seed, and they almost set number one Auburn last season, and they made it to the Elite. That's how they made it to the Elite Eight. Of course, falling short of Gonzaga, but now here they're playing against New Mexico, who's looking to try to make a big statement for themselves coming out of the Mal West. But of course, both teams are really good offensively. Of course, over 50% field goaling. The big key difference, though, is going to be the 3-point percentage. Michigan State be hitting more of them, as they're at 43.3% of three-point percentage. So we could see a little bit more of playing the perimeter for Michigan State comparing to what New Mexico has been doing. But at the same time, both teams pretty good defensively and can get some stuff done here. But I couldn't expect less than a tremendous game here tonight.
I think all over the place on the court, you have some very, very intriguing matchups. I think especially down low in the paint, it is a brother versus brother affair, as Andre Blake, who is the starting center for New Mexico. It's not a direct matchup, but Xavier Blake is a center in his own right, but is playing at the 4 for Michigan State, given his floor spacing abilities. So they won't be matching up directly, but I'm sure at some point those paths will cross. So a little bit of a family affair here, involving the Blake family. And it is indeed a proud family, as I am sure that the parents of these two stellar talents are here tonight. And speaking of who is here, it is the referees, and they have cleared the floor, and we're just about ready to get going. And I'm happy to say that. So happy to continue the fun. And there you go. 2 slots in the Sweet 16 open for this bottom half of the Midwest region. Starting lines for New Mexico, we got J.J. Loudon and Nick Jackson in the backcourt for the Lobos. Up front is Jermaine Rollins, Andre Blake, and Mitty Gavin. For the Spartans, it's Jalen Rose and Gus Jackson in the backcourt. Up front is Christian Washington, Nikola Elias, and, of course, Xavier Blake. Now, who are you keeping an eye on in this game, partner?
Well, you got to look at down low for New Mexico State. Mitty Gavin, Andre Blake, two of the best down below when it comes to Michigan State. Gus Jackson, you got to look out for him. And of course, Xavier Blake and Nicole Elliott is, of course, the biggest part of the Michigan State team.
Here we go. New Mexico is going to get us started. J.J. Loudon already cutting in and getting the first points of the game for New Mexico. That was a quick jump right there for the Lobos. And we remember they struggled a bit against Colorado. Wonder if those struggles at all carry over. But here's Gus Jackson popping a three-pointer early, and he gets it. Big shot.
Big thing for these two teams as well is that their starters are going to be the main focus of this game. Both teams do not have that good of a bench. So when the benches and substitutions come into play, it could affect both teams' rhythm. So we'll see if that comes into play at all in this game.
I actually think that their benches are actually pretty good. Oh, what a block! Oh my! Andre Blake got blocked by his younger brother.
I should more say of it's a really decent one, just not as great.
A good two ball right there by Gus Jackson. You can see the explosive ability that the Spartans have. They unleashed it on Florida Gulf Coast in the first round, or in the round of 64, excuse me. Gus Jackson gets the ball thrown at his feet, and he picks it up. Here's Jalen Rose, little two ball, and he gets it. What a start for the Spartans.
Already explosive from Michigan State. It is going to be the defense that the Spartans are going to throw at their face. It is one of the biggest things that Coach... forgot who the coach of Michigan State is. I'm sorry.
Bolt.
It is one of the key things Coach Bolt does is he loves a pure pressure, man-to-man defense. He loves just trying to get in his opponent's faces and make sure that they're going to fall for any kind of small trickery.
Oh, what a pass inside. Gus Jackson continues to score here for Michigan State as the Spartans haven't missed on a possession yet. Again, this interesting little set here by New Mexico, kind of clustering the Spartans. Mitty Gavin over to Loudon, the transfer from Weber State. Rollins, two ball goes. He transferred in from Dayton.
Another thing to point out real quick is that every player in New Mexico is a senior.
Oh yeah, this really feels like the last push. Gus Jackson couldn't get another three to fall down though. So that's Michigan State's first miss from the floor this contest. Loudon, again, grad transferred from Weber State, as a part of their, few runs in March, and it's tipped away once again. The Spartans jumping on the loose ball.
Want to point this out real quick, though. Another player you can watch out for in the Spartans team, Christian Washington. He is going to be an absolutely deadly player at the three.
Look at Jalen Rose slicing through. And it isn't Jalen Carter, but Jalen Rose has definitely been an effective point guard for the Spartans team. Not necessarily the star, but has fulfilled his role in a great way. New Mexico has to fight back the loud and little mid-range jumper, nothing but nylon. 6 early
J.J.
points.
Loudon's already 6 points in this game. The man is already trying to hard carry his team, but in a situation like this where you're playing against the Spartans, you got to play it as aggressive as you can.
Or else you got guys like Nikola Elias that can just clean up a mess seemingly so effortlessly. Now Nick Jackson, who's now the starting point guard, little deep two from Mitty Gavin. And that's a guy that the Spartans got to keep an eye on. Rose, Gus Jackson gets it to Elias, and he forces him out of bounds with that pass. First true head-scratching mistake by either team in this one.
So what happened there? Michigan State threw it out of bounds?
Yeah. Basically. Oh, Loudon draws the foul, and almost bounces in. That is on Xavier Blake. That's his first.
Xavier Blake.
The younger Blake brother in this game had one of the best solo performances in the round of 64. I don't remember the exact stat line that he had against Florida Gulf Coast, but it was unreal. And 4 minutes passed, and we have a tie game at 13 apiece. Look at Rose slicing through, though. And he turns it over, wanted to get it to Blake. Not the smartest pass there, and look at New Mexico moving. 28 points. Seemed like more than that. Mitty Gavin, 2-ball, clean shot, and New Mexico has its regains the lead. Over to Nikola Elias, little 2-ball, he got that one to go. And early on, these two big names are trading jabs, so to say. On the corner. Oh, good pass into Mitty Gavin. Good setup there by Andre Blake. Nifty pass down low.
Mitty Gavin, that name's so familiar to me.
He's been a staple for New Mexico for a bunch of years. Gus Jackson misses yet another three-pointer, though.
I know. I remember seeing him last season, especially in the tournament. He was a really talked about player.
Even though New Mexico only made it to the round of 32 last year, he still had a massive impact and was probably New Mexico's best player of that tournament. Which, oddly enough, Auburn is the one that knocked him out, and then Michigan State knocked him out. Oh, little deep shot, no go. Gavin with the board.
This was what could have been a matchup between these two last season. That's interesting.
A lot of hypothetical matchups everywhere. It's honestly kind of funny. And another great shot by Mitty Gavin. 11-2 run all of a sudden in the last couple of minutes. Spartans all of a sudden losing the grip. Almost lost it. Washington goes up with it and draws the foul on Rollins.
And honestly, good that to find some sort of stoppage here. Mexico on an 11-2 run needed to find some sort of stoppage here. Christian Washington doing exactly that. And good play, honestly.
Good first free throw by Michigan State's registered sniper, Christian Washington. All he has ever been known for really is his shot-making ability. But he's evolved, of course, but still carries that moniker proudly. It's a 2-point game. Of course, the objective is to try and contain New Mexico here as they try and move swiftly down the court. And it's tipped away, and there you go. Oh. Michigan State disrupting the play.
They were lucky that's where he was trying to pass it to, because he would have been wide open if he got the ball.
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
Lead pass for Nikola Elias, and his momentum carried him through right to a one-handed dunk. Tied once more. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. This thing is blown back quickly. Loudon 3-ball way off. And Blake can't save it in time.
Ball.
It wasn't an air ball. It actually clipped the back part of the rim, but still heavily overshot. So far, we're knotted up at 19. What have you noticed what have you noticed the most in this game?
So far, New Mexico just trying to play more conservative. Michigan State trying to be more aggressive.
Seemingly, New Mexico has taken some big risks, but mainly the Spartans have taken a few more. It's through this, Andre Blake. Oh, what a pass into Rollins. Oh, bounce pass in, and nothing that could be done after. He had that wide open look, banked it in. Washington, over to Xavier Blake, over to Christian. Here's Gus. Really evolved as a player. And pass inside, almost turned over Xavier Blake. Got to be more careful. Christian Washington hasn't, and he's just frozen, and he's trying to figure out what to do. Xavier, shot clock winding down 7 seconds. Bounce pass in. Rose, little hook shot does not go, and Blake collects. Andre, that is.
This is kind of what I mean by conservative here. New Mexico is just trying to play more, trying to surround the player, not trying to get too aggressive, pushing it in. And it's kind of working out because he's closing down lanes to pass here. Meanwhile, Michigan State's aggressive defense, the man-to-man coverage, stuff like that, you're forcing pressure into bad shots.
They're definitely trying. Mitty Gavin put up a questionable shot there. Almost went down. Now Spartans back on hopefully a groove. Will feed into Christian Washington, and an uncontested little shot in the paint goes in.
I don't know how Christian Washington got that with how many bodies were down low.
Kind of baffled by it too. Then New Mexico didn't even try to contest it. Just kind of let it go. Blake, oh, what a swat right there by Nikola Elias. He said, nah. A Rose three-pointer. Got it in the foul.
You cannot foul anybody at the three-point line. Yeah, he definitely came down on him.
He did. And Nick Jackson, I don't know if this is a second foul. I don't think it is. I think he's just taking a rest. Hassan Washington is now in the game. Rose gets the 4-point play. Hassan Washington used to be the starting point guard for this New Mexico team, but his development stalled out. Look at this. Gus Jackson rips him and scores.
Jeez.
Partner, that was 8 points in about 40 seconds for Michigan State. Loudon misses, and Xavier collects.
Michigan State's embodying New Mexico, yet no fouls.
So far, the refs giving them a benefit of the doubt in this one. Not sure if it's warranted. Oh, 3 ball. Bang!
Wow. I've been noticing that. That's 3 times now. New Mexico, I see a New Mexico player on the ground after a shot. But so far, Michigan State, just, again, the aggression. This aggressive offense is trying to shoot up threes, trying to gain control early in the game. It's worked out perfectly for them. Making all these shots, building momentum, getting on fire. I mean, they're now in rhythm. They're now in a place to where they can just do whatever they want. And New Mexico now has to play catch up here to try and slow down the momentum and get themselves back into control.
It was a sudden outburst from Michigan State. In less than 2 minutes, they put up 11 points. Insane work by Coach Bolt Spartans. Now all of a sudden, got a 9-point deficit to work out of. Here's Griffin Hall, who's inbounding. He's going to find Hassan. Gets it back to him. Hall. Aaron pass. And Michigan State recovers. Too many missed opportunities over there. Poole gets it in. Holland misses the 2-ball, and it's collected by Oral Wyatt. Now here's Adrian Murray. Another talented man off the bench for this New Mexico team. Oh, gets it into Washington. First points for New Mexico in about 2-3 minutes. And this Michigan State crowd is amped up. Hear those Let's Go Spartan chants. Adamio. Oh, they got Jeremy Poole in the corner, and he gets fouled from 3 again. Twice in the first half.
Gotta stop making that mistake.
Changes here for both teams as they bring out their starters back onto the floor. Here's Jeremy Poole, who transferred over from Clemson. Michigan native, returning home, gets the first free throw. Got 2 more. I'm just bewildered by the fact that New Mexico committed the same mistake twice in 1 half. That's something late in the season you just cannot let happen. Because either way, you're giving the opponent like that, 3 free attempts. Look at Michigan State putting on the pressure again. Rollins finds a way through. Blake. Loudon rejected from 3. Blocked again. And Michigan State picks it up. Are you kidding me? Holy Toledo. Washington. Rose deep 2. No go. Blake. Andre Blake rebounds. Crazy what we just saw on this end. 1 possession ago, though. I cannot believe what I saw. Rollins feeds in.
Aggressive defense.
Oh, good 2-ball.
Oh. He's trying to say there, Michigan State's aggressive defense playing to a factor you can tell just by how many shots they've been taking from the 3, but also the defense been playing so well. That's why Michigan State's succeeding so far in this first half.
4.5 minutes basically left. Things could change. Look at Blake working in on Nicola Elias. No go. Spartans moving quickly. Look at this. And he'll rifle it back out to Rose. Now they get to set something up here. Coach Bolt putting in orders and throw those orders out the window because it's now New Mexico ball. Loudon. This New Mexico team got to create more of these takeaway opportunities for themselves. Look at this. Nick Jackson. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. Talk about mean mugging. Rose wants to fight through. Gets it to Xavier Blake. Little hook shot off the mark. Impacted by Mitty Gavin's presence right there. Loudon. Over to Nick Jackson. Long time Lobo. Rollins corner 3. No go. Xavier Blake collects. Again, look at how fast Michigan State's moving. Elias and 1.
Wow.
What in the world just happened there? My gosh.
Well, it looks like Elias pushed them off without no foul being called at all. So I guess he was just shuffling his feet while he was getting pushed over. And Elias just drew a foul. We got an and 1.
I think he just collided with him. He didn't even push him. He just collided and Rollins just fell. Anyways, Loudon trying to work. And, oh, he got his to go. That's a foul on Elias, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's number 1 on him. Loudon with 10 points in this game so far. As New Mexico tries to fight out of their hole, and Loudon misses the free throw.
Yikes.
Pass inside, almost tipped away. Rose collects his own miscue and draws the foul on Nick Jackson.
It's Jackson's second.
That's going to bring Hassan Washington back into the game. He's got to go sit for the last 3 minutes. I can't help but say that this game has felt a little bit messy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, both he's committing a lot of fouls and a bunch of turnovers and stuff like that. His misses. Bad misses.
Missed free throws, too. Just on top of that. Eddie Gavin, another mid-range shot, and he's honestly been the only one that has played rather consistent in this game so far.
So what do you expect from a guy like Mitty Gavin?
Another missed corner 3 by Gus Jackson, now 1 of 4 from deep. Maybe even 1 of 5. Now Mitty Gavin tries a 3 of his own. Can't get it to go. Look at Christian Washington. Foul drawn. And free throw's coming. That's on Rollins. I think that Rollins a second.
Yeah, it is. That is Jermaine Rollins' second.
That brings in Griffin Hall, the sharpshooting wingman. Never started a game for New Mexico, unfortunately. First free throw goes for Washington. Or did he? He did. It was in his freshman season. And not again since. Good free throws there by Washington. Spartans up by 10 with 2 minutes and change left in the first half. Here's Washington bottled up. Gavin now having to handle the pressure, and he loses the ball. Spartans jar it loose. Nikola Elias draws the foul and one.
Jeez, another one.
It's Andre Blake that committed the foul, and it looks like he's coming out of the game now for Oral Wyatt. Spartans team looks good. Very good. 13-point lead with 2 minutes in the half. Once again, putting pressure on this Lobo squad. That has been on and off in terms of how they've been able to handle it. And once again, they lose it. This time it's a backcourt violation. It's been a messy game for New Mexico so far.
It really has.
What's the fix to this? What would you try and correct here to fix their woes?
Well, the first problem I have is that they're just not physical enough. They're not playing. They're too physical on defense with causing fouls, but they're not physical enough on offense to try and get down and score. They're missing all their shots when they do. And defense, they just can't lock them down. Those kind of shots right there are what's causing issues here. It's just constant trying to make threes. Just take the two like that and just go with it.
Michigan State putting on a masterclass. Another timeout forced on New Mexico's end. And I'd say the same thing. I would, because it's ultimately comes down to New Mexico's, how do I say it, defensive lapses. First and foremost, 2 fouls of theirs that they committed are on 3-point attempts by the Spartans. And not only that, but on one of them they connected. So you just gave up 7 free points right there, basically. And then on the other, they're just not getting back well in transition defense. Michigan State is, for the most part, taking advantage of what they've been, how do I say it, been given in terms of the space. The Spartans team is so well coached by Bolt, and of course that is to nobody's surprise. Of course, a minute and change left. New Mexico can slim down their deficit. Starts with a Mitty Gavin jumper. It does not, but Loudon collects the board and he puts it in. Look at this, Michigan State all of a sudden got a bit smaller on the court. Now Silas Worthy in the game for Nikola Elias. Washington for Worthy. Worthy pass in and it's tipped away. They'll still stay with the Spartans here. And Worthy's now out of the game for Elias. That didn't last long at all. Rifles it to Jalen Rose. Could have taken the shot if he wanted to, but Spartans are just going to facilitate this the way they want to. Rose draws the foul, and it bounces in for him.
Another foul. Good Lord.
This time on Oral Wyatt. I have never seen a Michigan State team look more lethal in March than now. Oh, another loose ball. Jackson, more free throws coming.
We're going to score 50 by the first half. Good Lord.
The Spartans
Talk about a destructive first half.
The Spartans are absolutely cooking the Lobos. Apart from that free throw miss, it's been a dominant showing by the Spartans. Mexico has to attack fast. Washington, little 2-ball, he got it, good shot. Shot clock is off for the Spartans. But you know that doesn't matter to him. Get a Christian. Christian, quick trigger, 3-ball. No go, it's a rare miss by him. And New Mexico, what are you doing? No, get away. Get away from us. You're supposed to be on the court, not on the sideline. All right.
Oh, yeah.
They almost ran into us, man. Anyways, oh, they did it again. Are you kidding me?
What are y'all doing?
No, you cannot have my autograph if you're playing this bad of basketball. Go back out there. 6 seconds and Michigan State can tack on more. Xavier Blake through the contact. No. And that is how the half is going to end. Michigan State in firm control in this game as New Mexico just struggles with self-inflicted wounds. What else might you add about this game so far?
Well, I mean, New Mexico has been just so sloppy this entire first half, and I mean, they're rebounding really good. The problem is, when they do rebound, they make mistakes on it. It's either A, they're deciding to turn the ball over, or B, they get so many fouls on them. And it's the biggest issue they need to fix in heading to the second half, but there's not much you can do in this situation. You just gotta hold Michigan State to their standards.
And what doesn't help is that the Spartans start with the ball. And they get to run a play of their own. You go, got Xavier Blake working Mitty Gavin, and he falls short. But Nikola Elias, it's like they continuously forget to mark the guy. Gavin 2-ball. No. Elias with the board. Again, look at how fast Michigan State's moving. Jackson. Go to Washington. Elias at the left elbow. And passes it in. Oh, it should have been intercepted. Washington shot. That's a wild one. New Mexico's got to find their bearings. Down by 19. Still 15 minutes to go. And almost tipped away. Loudon runs into a double. Gets it. Gavin is blocked by Xavier Blake. Elias 2-ball. No, Gavin gets it. Honestly, a bit taken back by the lack of quality we've seen from New Mexico in this game so far. Nick Jackson 2-ball. It's off.
Just can't even hit simple shots.
Michigan State team has just gotten in their head. Oh, they're setting up for a Rose 3-pointer. Make it rain.
Good Lordy.
All I'm going to say is imagine if this team still had Jalen Carter. If this team still had Jalen Carter, I feel like they would have been a 1 seed again. I'm not going to lie.
They could have been.
Another miss, but...
Oh my. Oh.
Diddy Gavin misses again. Eesh. I think for a team so reliant on Mitty Gavin, a team having 2 elite big men is so bad. Is that a bad take? As Andre Blake just hits a 3 ball? No, I don't think so. It's just about who you surround them with. Creighton has 2 elite big men. Who else has 2 elite big men? Xavier. And Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
And Michigan State has 2 elite big men. It ain't about the big men. It's about who you surround them with and how you play around them. Loudon was trying to, I don't know what in the world he was hoping to do, but he backs out anyways. A lot of time coming off the clock. New Mexico's just kind of taking things slow. A little shiner off the glass goes in though for Rollins. But Michigan State is the perfect example of having 2 elite big men yet still being solid as a team overall. Washington off the glass. Ooh, that almost went in. What else is it about New Mexico? Because honestly, I don't see much difference between them and Michigan State in terms of how they're built. What is really the difference?
It's just accuracy. I mean, Michigan State is hitting all these shots. They're understanding where to go. And their passes are really good. The problem with New Mexico is they're rebounding well. They just can't shoot. Plus, there's another thing. That's another thing. New Mexico. They haven't been drawing fouls. Michigan State has been doing that the entire game.
That's another thing that has definitely helped the Spartans in this one. Oh, another 2 ball by Washington. That's the East Lansing sniper going to work. The Archer of East Lansing, little 3 ball by Rollins, and Mexico's taking a bunch of 3s and they're not hitting them too. Let's talk about that.
Yep, like I said, accuracy is what's killing this New Mexico team. And that as well.
Another foul there on Nick Jackson. That's number 3. What's the next game after this? It is 5 seed BYU versus 4 seed UConn.
No, probably last game of the night.
It will be. It will indeed be the final game of the night. With 11 minutes to go, this game already feels like it's over. That's wild to me.
Mexico just cannot get anything going.
No,
oh, come on.
A pity foul called on Michigan State. That's how I look at it. Ah, man. Here's Rollins over to Mitty Gavin. Tried to dunk it and he gets blocked. And Rose with a 3. Almost got that one too. A lot of what New Mexico has just tried to do, Michigan State has, for the most part, it seems like they've telegraphed. And that, I don't even know what to call. Yeesh. How's Gus Jackson? Elias, little 2 ball, spins in. We still have 10 minutes of this game. And New Mexico has given us absolutely 0 hope.
I don't even know, like, how do you describe the...
Oh my goodness.
New Mexico's been dominating this game, and my God.
It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Michigan State is leading by almost 30. This is unreal. Tipped away again. Oh, wow. So close. This is embarrassing. Oh my gosh. And again, it falls in Michigan State's lap. This is nuts. And it goes in for Elias. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. New Mexico State has called all the timeouts in this game, and you can see why.
My God. Well, yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious when their team is just getting so dominated down low on the defense. They haven't hit a shot. That's been their main issue. They just cannot hit a shot.
I have had the privilege of watching New Mexico make the last 5 tournaments. 5. This is the worst I've seen them play throughout throughout the last 5 years. This is the worst. And it's not even close. And the New Mexico fans that have come to watch this game I can hear some of them booing. And I understand. But at the same time, still got to be there for your team. And of course, what's sad about this, partner? Everybody on this team is a senior. This is horrendous. It's not like they get to run it back and try again. This is it. And this is how they're going out? Just unreal. Unbelievable. Almost a half-court violation. That was close. Yeah, just start shooting threes. Even if you don't make them. Even if you don't make them. Blake with a dunk. Oh my gosh. Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast was more competitive than this.
I want to talk about sending a statement.
Finally hitting a 3.
Cuts Willie down at 29.
Michigan State is sending a strong statement. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A little turnover there for New Mexico. Finally, something's going right for them.
Oh!
Good dunk. And almost turned over again. Little 2-ball. Why do I feel like, now all of a sudden, why do I feel like Marquette and Michigan State are on a collision course? Why?
What do you mean by that? Like, you think they're going to meet up in this tournament?
If they meet, it's in the Elite 8.
Oh. Could be possible. Could be possible.
Washington doubled. Worthy, little 2-ball, no go. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom what we're seeing right now. It's unbelievable. And another turnover. Yeah, they just got their number. This is ridiculous. Oh, at least New Mexico's getting their share of takeaways. And hey, they're going to the free throw line. Finally.
Finally.
It feels like Mike Tyson just beating up a child. That's crazy. Oral Wyatt is your center when you have Mitty Gavin out there. That's crazy. Jesus. A comeback is gonna happen. You gotta hit your free throws. Not just one of them. Andre Blake is now back in.
They always say March Madness. Every point matters.
It definitely does. Oh, a little block by Nick Jackson on Jalen Rose. Inbound by Washington. Finds Rose. Rose has been active tonight. He has definitely made the most of playing in Jalen Carter's role. Not really Jalen Carter's role, but something like it. Another turnover. All of a sudden, Michigan State is feeling generous. 2-ball. Oh, he got it. You need much more than that against this Spartans team. Because look at what they can do.
My God.
It's just simple plays like that. And losing the ball. Just that happening over and over and over again. And Michigan State attempting 3 over and over and over again, with them hitting a good chunk of them. It's been the losing formula in this one. Bounce pass, Blake loads it up and just gets wadded. That isn't even a shooting foul, but honestly, at this point in the game, it does not matter. It does not even matter.
They don't.
I just want to reflect on the careers of guys like Andre Blake, Mitty Gavin, Nick Jackson. Andre and Mitty, they weren't originally with New Mexico. They came from different teams. Andre from Kentucky, Mitty from Michigan. That was a failed alley-oop, and Blake somehow scores there. That's crazy. But they still transferred in, rather early on in their careers and stuck it out with the Lobos. It wasn't cool, so to say. It wasn't a trendy thing, but they still did it because it believed in them. And they definitely turned out to be some excellent players. Nick Jackson, even though he had a little bit of an up and down career at New Mexico, he still, for the most part, delivered in a great way for the Lobos. And what's a shame is that all they have to show for it is one Sweet 16 appearance. One Sweet 16 appearance. Don't get me wrong, those three, I think especially the big men, are going to go have successful, long careers in the LBA. But it's still sad to see, it all end like this. Also, Tom Izzo is not coaching this team. It's Bolt. Bolt's coaching this team. So Bolt being the GOAT, I can kind of agree with that. No go for 3 from Mitty. But with Michigan State, back to the Sweet 16. That's 3 straight seasons of them making the Sweet 16. Like, that's...
Wow.
That's a... for the caliber program Michigan State is, the past several years for them have not been kind at all. And under Coach Bolt, they have seen the most success for themselves. And it is not a coincidence. It's because Coach Bolt is truly a great coach. I wonder if you put this team on a higher conference. Pac-12, Big East, Big Ten, if it would be better because of better competition over the years. Maybe. That we will never know. Yeah, it's kind of asked that question about teams like Gonzaga. Will that be? Could we say that for them? I don't know. It's tough. Just one of those things. You can think about it, but it's just a big what if. Ultimately, what ifs do not accomplish dreams. But what does accomplish dreams is lead performances like this for Michigan State. In my honest opinion, they now look like the best the best team in this tournament. Just to keep it a stack.
I would believe it. I would 100% believe it.
It feels like the Michigan State of old has returned. And what do I mean of old? I mean the old in terms of what they're expected to do as a basketball program. Win in March, make runs in the tournament. Even if you're not consistently making the Elite Eight or getting to the Final Four. And the crowd definitely showing their gratitude for this Michigan State team and the performance that they put on today.
Destruction. Pure destruction.
And it's pure destruction of a very, very talented New Mexico team. Very talented.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is nothing to scoff at all. If anything, whether it's Bucknell or Maryland, oh boy, I wouldn't want to face the Spartans right now. Michigan State has been scoreless for over 2 minutes, but that doesn't mean anything. And there, just because of that, they snapped it. Thanks, graphics team. Thanks, graphics team. Can we at least see New Mexico hit 60, at least at the free throw line? Pretty please. At least that. At least that. Is that too much to ask for? I hope not. Final sub seems like made by the Spartans, bringing in their bench. Good first free throw by Rollins. One more. And he gets the second. Oh, little rip.
Oh.
Little three. There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
Don't make it a 20-point blowout.
Little floater. No, sir. Last few moments for all of New Mexico seniors. Crazy. They are all seniors. It felt like just yesterday when New Mexico started its journey to try and achieve a lot of things in college basketball, and they certainly dominated the Mountain West. They made They made themselves a national presence, but ultimately in March Madness, only one Sweet 16 appearance to show for it. I shouldn't say that as like a negative thing because it's hard as is to make the Sweet 16, but still. But with that said, this one's done, and Sparty will continue their dance to the next weekend. Final thoughts on this game, partner?
Well, all I can say is that Michigan State just spiced up the the Midwest region. because the fight for the Final Four spot has just grown stronger.
With how they've played so far in this thing, absolutely. Little highlight reel here to close this game's coverage. And would you look at that? It's the same dang score as the Xavier Tennessee game. That's crazy. Anywho, folks, we still have one more game tonight. And we'll be back literally as fast as we possibly can to close out the night. We are headed up to Syracuse, New York to close the night. 5 seed BYU, 4 seed UConn. That is the next game. We'll be back with this one.